Martin grumbled with every mouthful. "What the blue blazes did you do with them?" she demanded, glaring at poor Martin as if he had committed a mortal sin. "You only have 2 places to put them, your dresser and your nose. Surely you could manage to find one of them without buggering it up." Martin's frail hand wandered to his nose. "Glasses? Where are they? I'm sure I had them on this morning. I distinctly remember greeting the master in the great hall, and I know I had them on." Violet's eyeballs rolled up toward the ceiling. "Here he goes again." She waved her spoon at him. "How many times do I have to tell you? You silly old goat. The master is dead. One of Hitler's bombs got him in the Blitz. Him and Madam. They're both dead as doornails, so you couldn't have seen either one of them." She glanced at Elizabeth. "Sorry, Lizzie." Elizabeth nodded affably. Saddened as she had been to lose both her parents in a bombing raid, she had learned to accept Violet's somewhat blasé references to their demise in the spirit they were uttered, not as a demonstration of disrespect, but as an earnest endeavour to convince Martin of their passing. The fact that Martin stubbornly insisted he not only saw Elizabeth's father, but chatted almost daily with the late Lord Wellsborough, did nothing to deter Violet from her appointed task. Violet, in fact, enjoyed a unique position in the late Earl of Wellsborough's household. Normally, any such familiarity with the mistress of the manor house would not have been tolerated from a lowly housekeeper. But the Second World War, the changing times, and Elizabeth's fondness for the woman who had been a part of the household since her childhood, eliminated old-fashioned proprieties, and Violet was allowed indiscretions that would have caused Elizabeth's parents to roll over in their graves. Right now, she stood frowning at Elizabeth, while the yellow mess continued to drip from her spoon. "I don't know what he'll be up to next. Proper nitwit, he is. He's probably left them on the dresser. I'll have to send Sadie to look in his room. She's cleaning the bathrooms, but she'll be finished soon." Reluctant to divert the housemaid from her appointed tasks, Elizabeth shook her head. "Never mind. I'll have Polly look for them this morning. It's not as if he needs them." She drew out a chair from the table and sat down. Martin hovered at her side for a moment, then said a trifle pompously, "May I have the pleasure of joining you at the table, madam?" "You may, Martin." "Thank you, madam." She watched him drag a chair sideways, then lower his creaking bones onto it. Finding that he was facing away from the table, he tutted irritably, got painfully to his feet, twisted the chair toward the table, then squeezed into the narrow space he'd left himself. Thus seated, he lifted his hand and scratched his nose. Guessing what was coming, Elizabeth waited. A dazed expression crept over Martin's face. "Great Scott," he muttered. "Someone has stolen my glasses. No doubt it's one of those damn Americans. Pardon my impertinence, madam, but I did warn you that there would be trouble if you allowed those savages the run of the manor." Elizabeth's tolerance vanished. In view of Martin's advanced age, she often made allowances for him, but one thing she would not stand was any derogatory comments about the American airmen billeted in the manor. "Martin," she said tartly, "our American guests are not savages. They are extremely courageous men, sacrificing their lives to help fight our war and save our country. The very least we can do for them is offer our hospitality. We owe them so much more than that." "I don't remember you offering them hospitality," Violet said over her shoulder. She had turned back to the stove and couldn't see Elizabeth's expression. "I seem to remember the War Office demanding that we put up with them." "I didn't hear you complaining when Major Monroe brought you all those extra rations from the airbase." "Oh, so that's what's got you all ruffled up this morning," Violet turned.